Okay, so this is one of my profile cutters for making a knob or a little button for a clip. So when I grind these, I had it wire EDM'd, but then you just can't wire EDM it and it work. You have to grind it. I grind this point right here and the point on the back side. All of this right here is relieved, probably about 5 thou on both sides. So the side inside here is relieved. The only thing that's touching is this point right here and on the outside. All this in here can't touch, because if it's touching, it's going to spread it apart and break it. So then the only thing that can really start cutting in here is this little lip. It's got to make that, and you got to make sure it's cutting not too far up. If it's starting to cut up here, you're going to break it. So you got to watch here. You got to have to relieve. So this point here is cutting. All this is relieved, and it starts cutting in here. So, and then all this is just a straight regular schmegular, and then this has to be relieved too. So you're cutting a straight, and then it's getting relieved. So these just comes in part after part after part. I could have made it the other way where I drilled the hole in the lathe, but I'm parting these off fast enough that I have a second up on a mill, and it goes even faster just to break it into two machines. So that is it. But I exploded one already. So you have to listen when you're running these the first time. You listen to the metal, look and see where the metal is. I like to use aluminum as my first test ones. Brass works good too, but aluminum, it smears more. So if you have a bad area where it's rubbing, that aluminum is going to smear on there, and that's your tell to grind. And so I do like using aluminum. Brass works too. It's freer cutting, and it doesn't smear as much. It squeals. So you'll build up pressure in areas, and it'll squeal, and it just doesn't leave as good a tell as 6061 aluminum. Aluminum will smear, and then you can really tell on the surface finishes if it's rubbing, versus brass finishes out nicer. So a little use of the materials. I'll make a bunch of aluminum knobs, test out the tool, make sure it's running good, make sure it's not smearing anywhere, and then I'll start cutting my brass ones, and then even I still have to do some adjustments with running the brass. So that is how I go about making my little profile cutters. And my buddy Anise wire EDM these out so I didn't have to cut them on my mill and beat my head against the wall. But yeah, it was a handy tool.